Today's gonna be a little different because normally I lead the videos because I'm more talkative than this one. But today, it's this one's turn.
So, I'm trans. I hate leading things. I don't know, I've been thinking a lot more about it lately. I've pushed it down multiple times in my past. You know, the thought has come into my mind a lot as a kid. You know, I had a mom who would always ask me, she's like, you know, if you want to come home one day and like say, oh, I want to be your son, or oh, I want to be a boy, you know, that's fine. But, you know, I never really like accepted it or something. I always like pushed it down, which I do with a lot of things, but yeah. I mean, I've always had short hair, like extremely short hair. I've only had long hair twice in my life, and that was only because I didn't want to be the oddball. I've always done things that boys have done. I've played football, I've hiked, I've, you know, played baseball. Like, I always complained because I couldn't be on the soccer teams with the boys. I had to be on a girls' team. And I remember one year, I think it was like 2005, I wanted the team name to be like Tiger something, and then everybody else wanted it to be the Princesses, and I wanted to kill my dad because he was the coach. I was like, this ain't happening, I will quit the team. And he's like, no, this is your sport for the year. You gotta stay. And so they settled on Princess Tigers, and I still hated it because they wanted to be the princesses. Ugh. I hated wearing girls' clothes. I would make my mom take me to the boys' section to buy clothes. I don't know why I never thought anything of it. As a little kid, I had a pool in my backyard. I'd swim in swim trunks and no shirt until I absolutely couldn't anymore.
Sounds more comfortable anyways.
Yeah. I mean, neighbors could see into my backyard when I'd like stand on the rocks to jump in the pool. I mean, you know, I'd walk around my front yard with no shirt on. Everyone thought I was a little boy until puberty hit. I always hated dresses. I always wanted to wear like a suit to like fancy events, like to weddings and stuff. My mom was like, no, you have to wear a dress because you have to dress up. And I was like, ah. It was like 3 or 4 years ago. I had a pink mohawk, and my mom still made me wear a dress to a wedding.
Hey, you know what? That's weird. You know, some girls might wear pink mohawks with their dresses, but I think that for you, that's just weird.
Yeah.
Mr. Snow.
Any version of girls' clothes was very uncomfortable for me. I know one Halloween my mom wanted me to try and be Cinderella, and I was like, no. I literally almost ripped the dress off of me. And I was like, no, I'm going as Spider-Man.
Cute.
So,
I want to see those pictures.
I think I was Spider-Man like 3 years in a row. I have no clue if there are pictures.
Because your mom wanted you to be a princess so bad, so she would
I was a frog when I was 3 for Halloween. I know I was like a hospital patient one year. Like, I was never anything girly. I was like,
Did you have a bare booty?
No.
Oh.
I just wore like...
Hey, you said a bad word, mister.
I was these random
booty things
as Halloween costumes. I was an M&M.
Not the rapper.
No, and the M&M. I think it was the green one because my favorite color is green. My favorite color has always been yellow or green. Like, I absolutely hated the color pink. I had never related to girls. They'd be like, oh yeah, I gotta go to the mall and go shopping and blah 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 blah, and I got a new backpack, and I'm like, I have a black backpack. I bought my clothes online, or I went to the store, found one thing I like, bought it in bulk in different colors.
Good plan.
I was like, yeah. I'm like, nah, I really don't care what I look like. Oh, whenever we had subs at PE, I got kicked out of the locker room because they thought I was a boy. And they had to have multiple girls come out and be like, no, she needs to go in the locker room. And I was like, I don't really want to be in here anyways, but okay.
Yeah.
I always hated my name. And whenever people would ask to know my middle name, I'd refuse to tell them because it is the most absolute girly middle name ever.
It took me so long to get him to tell me his middle name finally. He would not. Like, just would not.
Because I hate it. It's so girly. It's... ugh. I mean, I hated my first name for so long, and then I just was like, well, I guess it's an original name. No one has it, so, oh well.
Well, it's
But
a
I
dead
never
name
liked
now. We wrote notes
Yeah.
because he really wanted to make this video, but he didn't know how to start, and he doesn't normally lead videos, and he's like, I don't know what to do, so I was like, let's just write it down, and you can just go down a list, man.
And then I went all over the place.
All over the place, so you don't
Yeah.
even know where you are anymore.
No. As a kid, I always wanted to be one of the boys. I always hung out with the boys. I only played with the boys. I tried to ignore the girls because I didn't like them. I didn't want to be around them. I mean, I always liked the girls. I just didn't want to hang out with them.
No, you just liked him.
Yeah, I just like them. Lately, everything is like hit me harder than in the past. Like, everything's gotten worse. I have to make a lot of phone calls for work, and I hate my voice. I can never watch anything or listen to it if it has my voice in it. And I have to make so many calls for work, and people are always like, oh, honey, sweetie, miss, madame, and I just, nah. I get so anxious having to make the calls that sometimes I will freeze up and I can't even talk to them. It's making it to the point where I can't even do work sometimes.
Just recently, Reese came out. And we're talking like within the last like week, kind of recently. We went to Disneyland with a group of our friends.
Yeah.
And I think
Everyone kind of knew and was like, so what's happening?
yeah, like one of our friends was like, okay, like I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm confused. I don't know what to call you because I know you hate girly things, but I don't know what to say. Like, do you want they, them? Do you want he, him?
Yeah.
Thus, bring you this
Yes.
handsome man.
We came up. I finally decided on a new name. And
It's
it
cute.
is Reese Austin Evans. And it's not spelled normal because, well, I didn't have a normal first name, so I wanted to be odd.
You want it to be odd, not even.
Ha.
This is our son. It's Jon Snow. You guys met him in the video last week. John John. What's up, John John? What's up, John John? How are you? Go back to sleep, honey. Just go back to. Okay. Oh. I know, what a good boy. Reese just recently came out as trans on our trip, and I think what helped is that everyone that was there with him was supportive.
Yeah, and everybody was just like,
Okay.
we should figure this out. You know, let's try and
talk about
determine
this.
something this weekend. So I started like using the men's bathroom at Disneyland, and I mean, as long as I don't talk in there, like no one gives me a second glance.
Y'all remember Lyric from when he came on this channel a lot? Yeah,
Yeah.
Lyric took him into the men's bathroom like twice, 2 or 3 times on the trip,
Yeah.
and just walked right in, walked right out, no problem.
Yeah. No second glances at all. No one even noticed.
So, okay, well now he wants me to talk about how I knew I was not a straight, not an STR8.
Oh yeah.
So, I guess I kind of started noticing when I was like 10 years old that I was kind of looking at girls more, and I would think like, oh my god, wow, girls. And I would like go into stores and I'd stare at all the pictures of the models and I'd just be like, you know, this little gay thing that's just like, whoa. But like, I just pushed it aside and thought, oh, that's normal. That's what every girl does.
I thought the same thing.
So, you know, I kind of just pushed it aside until when I was like 12 or 13 and I like really started thinking like, hey, there's something else here. Like, this isn't normal for other girls apparently. Like, haha, just you. It just kind of like, I got to the point where everyone was expecting me to start liking boys and I wasn't, and I really just wasn't. You know, I wasn't attracted to them. I didn't want to be with them. So I started pretending that I had crushes, you know, and because I felt like I had to like guys. All of a sudden, it's like my 8th grade year, and there was this girl that I had been friends with for a couple years. And the two of us started spending a lot of time together. But, you know, we still didn't want to admit that, like, we liked each other. You know, finally we started going out. Except here's the thing. We were still straight. We just made an exception for each other. Is what we were thinking. You know, that's how we were rolling with it. Because both of us kind of had this, like, fear of being gay. You know, finally, after coming out as bisexual and then coming out as pansexual, because I was like, it's okay to like a girl or two, but you still have to like guys. My sophomore year, I was like, okay, honey, no, just stop. And I was like, okay, I like girls and only girls. Until now, because now I have a boyfriend. So I guess I'm an exception or a bi.
Or you just have no label.
Or I am queer, or just whatever I feel like it.
Exactly.
But this is possible. Nothing is possible. Everything is possible. I'm just not straight.
I mean, technically I was gay, but like not anymore.
Yeah, I guess we're in a straight relationship now, aren't we?
Now I'm straight, because I really just like girls.
Oh my god, you're straight. That is not something I ever thought I would hear from you. In the 7 months we've been dating. So that was kind of just the point of the video. Kind of in the hopes that maybe, I know there's only like 38 of you that are subscribed to us, but if any of those 38 of you were struggling with something like that, like, it's okay. Like, you're fine. But some of you might be kind of in that limbo where you're like, I feel like this, but I don't know if it's okay for me to be this, and I just want all of you to know that yes, it is.
Because my family has always told me, they're like, I don't care who you are, you're our child.
So the moral of the story is, it's okay to be gay.